Feed your faith, and doubts will starve to death. How are you this morning? I'm just waking up. The destination is to drink this cup of coffee. How is everybody this morning? It has been a wonderful week, very full. I like them that way. When you are tempted to give up, your breakthrough is probably just around the corner. How cool is that? Good morning, Bob. There's Bob in the morning. Bob Urban. I see you there, buddy. Oh, thank you. You are my friend. When you are tempted to give up, your breakthrough is probably just around the corner. Do you believe that, Bob? I do. I think many times people get so close to their goal, like they're just digging, right? And they're close to the tunnel and they just give up. They have no more emotional gas left and they move on. The thoughts we choose to think are the tools we use to paint the canvas of our lives. Louise Hay said that. That's a good one. The thoughts we choose to think are the tools we use to paint the canvas of our lives. Yes, the canvas of our lives can be tricky sometimes, right? Do more things that make you forget to check your phone. Well, we are kind of connected to our devices now. That is the truth. It is crazy how connected we are to our devices. Let's have a look here. All right, let's see if we can get this window open. This is a cool memory. This in the background here, see that there? That's actually my wife and a dog that we used to have. That's Millie. Good old Millie. Millie, all she lived to do was walk. Take me for a walk. Take me for a run. If you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. Good morning. Hello there, Gracie. Nice to see you. Nice to be here with you in the morning, early morning. The brain is barely awake. If you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. Do you know who said that? Napoleon Hill. There's powerful advice there. I love this one. Obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off the goal. That's a really good one. Obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off your goal. Don't take your eyes off your goal this week. Stay true to the path. Be kind to yourself. It's a crazy world. In your soul, there are an infinite amount of precious things that can never be taken away from you. In your soul is an infinite amount of things that can never be taken away from you. And it's true. Our memories, the things that we care about most. Here's one I wrote. The world is full of people who live to place judgment. May you choose to be a person who shines light in the darkest places. Good morning, Debbie. It's been a while, Debbie. It's good to see you. Glad to see you back on the trail. Thank you for the pray. Oh, Lord, I pray. Pray, pray, pray. I got to pray just to make it today. Oh, Lord, I pray. Pray, pray, pray. MC Hammer in the morning. I always thought that was a great song. You don't need to change your negative thoughts. You just need to change how you engage with them. Observe them, choose them. Choose not to believe in them, and let them naturally pass like clouds in the sky. They will pass. They always do. It's true. You don't need to change your negative thoughts. You just need to change how you engage with them. Observe them, choose not to believe in them, and then let them naturally pass like clouds in the sky. They will pass. They always do. And it's kind of like negative chapters in your life, right? Negative thoughts. And we are a product of the things that we think about most on, our path to success. Last night, the show was incredible. Hey, buddy, I invited you up. Are you not getting the invite? I even invited you before. You're the only person I invited. That's weird. That's very weird. Maybe he's not camera ready. Hopefully we'll get Randy up. Believe in your dreams. Do it. Believe in your dreams today. If you can, get up, get moving. I believe the key to success is just showing up. Showing up with a plan is even better, but showing up and digging in the trenches, doing the best you can, connecting with good souls, positive energy, and be kind to those who open doors for you. Well, good morning from the Italian countryside. So nice to see you there. Oh, good. Randy's just doing his morning routine. That's great. You are the painter of your own mood. Your days are only as gray as you allow them to be. You are the painter of your mood. Your days are only as gray as you allow them to be. I can hear the birds in the background. It's beautiful. Mm-mm-mm. If you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. And it's true, as you get older, many people carry the baggage of a lifetime with them to their Greyhound station. And imagine if it's just 5 pounds of weight, right? Of regret, 5 pounds of weight of regret that you carry with you every day. And every 10 years, you carry another 5 pounds of regret with you. You'll be dragging your regrets with you all over the place. We are in lockdown, but permitted to go to second houses. Oh, that's good. So we run away from the city for a couple of days. Well, that's wonderful. Life in Canada is slowly, and I mean slowly, going back to normal, but very slowly. And we're slowly making sure people get the vaccine, those that are compromised, those that have, I would say, weak immune systems, people who are frail. You must take personal responsibility. Right, Randy? Must take personal responsibility for the things and the circumstances that lay upon our paths every morning. Randy, are you awake, buddy? You good? He's ready. It's afternoon there. It's afternoon. It's been a long time, but you're breaking up pretty
Just woken up, but
Did have a nap?
Oh, I'm breaking up.
Yeah, you were yesterday too on your
Yeah, I had a
broadcast.
nap, but I was woken up by.
Yeah, I don't. Are you on your phone?
Yeah. Okay, I'll come back.
Wait, no, it's better now. Just hold up. Sometimes it takes a bit. There you go. It's clear. It's just the microphone part. Okay, that's not bad. It's getting there. I think sometimes it takes a while to catch up. It is a long way.
All right, there we go.
Pearls of wisdom.
Let's see if it catches up.
Do you believe that, though? We must take personal responsibility?
Hello, good morning. What's everyone doing?
How are you, buddy? You okay?
Well, that's...
He's going to make coffee and make some noise.
You know it.
When you know what you want and you want it bad enough, you will find a way to get it. Do you know who wrote that? That was my very first teacher, Jim Rohn. When you know what you want.
A guy doing 5 to 10.
We're hearing every third word.
You're not going to have everything you want, you know?
You don't think so?
No.
No. Did you get your coffee?
Yeah, I'm going to sit here and make it now.
Good
How
man.
is the words clear now? If not, I need to go out and just come right. Got to change signals.
Yeah, you may need to do that. Just talk for a couple minutes. Say you seem.
1 second. Take 10 seconds.
All right, brother. If you are not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Do you believe in that, folks? Good morning, Martin Shine. Martin Shine in the morning. Well,
yeah, it'll be better now.
Yeah. You have faith, or is this another world?
No, I switched from my iPad, my iPhone, which is on the LTE network, and I'm on the Wi-Fi now on my iPad.
It's way better. It's like a new world.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
It's a new day. It's a new world.
We got Martin Shine here. You've been on a broadcast with him, haven't you? Martin Shine?
Yes. What a great guy. What's up, Martin?
Yeah. I've invited him up as well.
Everyone.
I think I did.
Fantastic.
Fantastico. And you can do your networks this morning, right? So there's not from your iPad, though.
Let me turn them on the iPad. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. We'll get it going. If you are not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Do you believe in that, Randy? I love this 100% one.
100% believe.
I love this one. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. I love that one. Formal education will make you a living. That's what we need. Some zing in the morning with Randy. Yes.
Well, it's true. You know, a degree in forestry, you're not going to go very far.
Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. That's what you need, the fortune. But fortune's different, right? For everybody. It's not all money. Money's good. It just gives you more choice. We like choices, right, Randy?
Everybody needs a choice. I wish I had a choice on how to turn on the other networks when I'm on the iPad.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. I'm glad you're here. You'll figure it out. You enjoy your coffee. You were kind enough to come up.
Have you used your iPad to broadcast?
Never.
Yeah, I know you had it. I get a little confused sometimes when I use a good morning, hello.
Yeah.
I just want to get an invite in. Nazim is asking for an invite, sir.
Sure, why not? There you go.
I'm going to mute while I grind some coffee, but I'll hear you loud and clear.
Okay, you just got invited up. There you go. Nazim, how are you today? There you go. If you'd like to come up, I've never had you as a guest. I'm always open to new people coming up. Take care of your body. It is the only place you have to live. I totally agree with that. Bernie, good morning, Bernie. How are you this morning? How is the Bernie? We'll invite Bernie too. Take care of your body. It is the only place you have to live. Well, I've been trying. There we go. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Michael. How you doing?
Very good. Nice to have you on the broadcast. I've never met you before. Have you watched this before?
No, we haven't.
Are you new to Happs? Is that why? Are you
Oh, I can't. It's my connection is terrible. I can barely hear you.
really?
Yeah, it's my fault though. I'm in the countryside and somebody's doing a Zoom up, so
Okay, what
I'll
I
have to
could
go
do
out.
is just have you
Thanks for
no
the invite anyway.
no, don't leave. Don't leave. Here, we'll try something. See there? No? Okay. He's in the country and he's having problems with his connection. He seemed like a nice man. Have you talked to him before, Randy?
No,
Nazim?
it's very nice. And I seen him as a good signal. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well. Here's good positive vibes in the morning. Cup of Joe. Hello from Lakeland. Good to see you, Cup of Joe. Cup of Joe, always grateful to have you in the broadcast. Nazim, you know what we could do? We could have it where you're not coming up, but we could hear you. It's up to you. Colin. Good morning, Colin.
Mr. Colin, hello, sir.
Yeah. I find Colin, you'll see him for a while, then you don't see him. You see him for a while. He's here. So, Colin, do you believe in this? Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Well, Randy and I have been trying to do that in the last year. We've been working very diligently on our health and being more strict. I think it's important as you get older. You know, I love that though. It's the only place you have to live. Randy and I have tried, living in other bodies. It didn't work out so well. Did you know that
Makes
Keith
100% sense. Yes, it does.
Good morning, Donna. Well, let's invite Donna.
Hey, Donna, how are you?
Yeah, let's see what Donna's got to say. Good morning, Donna. It's always wonderful to see you. I'm hearing voices in the background. Is that you?
Yeah, I hear voices also. I believe Nazim is here.
Oh, hi, Nazim. How are you, sir? Oh, you left. Okay.
Blueberry, 50 plus with Glasses Club. No, Blueberry, hello. If you were looking for the art club on the Happs, you've reached the art room. Take a seat.
Donna, the other day you were doing the broadcast. It looked like the weather was horrible. You still did it. I thought, what a trooper. I think 90% of the people would have went, no, thank you. Have you ever done a broadcast when it started raining and just weathered it through? Like after 6 years, you probably have, as long as you don't have lightning strikes. Good morning, Helen. How are you this morning? Yeah. So that just reminds me, it's so funny because on Happs, we have had recently in so many broadcasts, people blocking each other. So I don't know what's going on there. I hope it stops. Donna, she is at the beach. Look at that.
Good morning. Can you see me?
We're trying.
Donna, hello. We see you great.
I couldn't figure out how to get on when I was in landscape mode. I was trying to do landscape mode and I couldn't see how to get in.
Oh, okay.
I had
You
to
mean
go out of the broadcast and go back into that way.
Well, we're glad you're here.
I'm here, and I wanted to apologize to you guys. I didn't see that you guys were with me yesterday, and I wanted to apologize for that.
You're welcome here anytime.
Actually, Donna, the invite yesterday came after the broadcast ended.
Did you hear that? He said the invites came after for some reason. It was really screwy.
It was really weird the past couple of days. It seems to be okay today.
Okay, good. Awesome.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was a glitch or what's going on, but we've been finding that people are blocking each other. So it's making it difficult for people to be together. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have been planning for you? Not much.
Very true. Very true. It's funny, need to be in charge of our own lives, but often we don't do the things that we want to do. We do think about things that other people want us to.
Well, it's easy to fall into that. Oh, we're starting to get some of Randy's army in here. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you there. Sorry it didn't work out, Nazim. Nazim seemed like a very nice gentleman, so we need more of those on Happs. How are you feeling about Periscope leaving? Shiny Hippie yesterday was crying a little bit. I felt bad for her on broadcast.
Yeah, she's been upset ever since they announced it, I think. So I'm fine with it. Excuse me.
As she chokes.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I have to go. Bye.
No, I really feel that things come and go, and that new things are coming. Well, new doors will open, and it can and possibly will be better than before. So just have to go with the flow, I feel like.
So you've got on your microphone there, it looks like a little towelette or something. Does that stop the wind?
That is to stop the wind. I have it. It's one of my face masks. Because normally I broadcast, without having to hear anyone, so I just have this down where no one can see. And I have a microphone that's just a microphone, but I can't hear in that either. So.
But that works.
Yeah, I've been using this other one so that people...
Good riddance, I say, Helen. Yeah, I hear you. Helen probably agrees with a lot of people. Some of the Periscope, it's kind of like, ugh. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. It's not what it was. That's true. I did love a lot of Periscope. I love that we could find people all over the world. That's how we found each other, probably, and...
It's so true. I would have not known of Randy for sure, and I wouldn't have known of you. I'm with Randy, especially on Periscope. Your network was crazy. Like the amount of comments he used to get, it was insane. But you had the same thing. You had broadcasts where you had almost too many people. You couldn't possibly service them. Yeah,
I did have that for a long while, and then it almost seems like as soon as Periscope announced they were going, it's like all of a sudden they all went away. But that's okay. Well, the people, like you said, the people will find you when they need you, and we'll still be here.
Well, the thing is, you're a proven commodity that they know and feel safe. Randy said that before. If you make a space where people feel safe, they'll come back. Did I paraphrase that right, Randy? I don't want to.
No, people feel comfortable, not necessarily safe. Comfortable. They feel at home. They feel like they're with friends. Some days we need to be gentle and kind, and people want to hear to be peaceful at the beach with Donna. And other people like to have their peace questioned by Michael. And sometimes they just want a hillbilly to scream at him and say, "What you doing over there?" We don't all watch the same movie at the same station every day. So there's
That's so true.
A bunch of broadcasters, and everybody likes someone. It just depends on the time of day and what they're doing.
That's true. Yeah. And
if I'm stressed out, I can turn on Dawn, and she's over there. No matter what's going on, she just makes it peaceful. She's a stretch, and I'm just, okay, here we go. I'll calm it down.
Yeah, you can breathe.
I would pay to see Randy do your yoga.
We'll have to do that one day.
Yeah, that would be good. I think it'd be pretty ridiculous to see us two try those movements. Yeah, there'd be a lot of falling. At least with me, there would be, and moaning.
Yeah, Blueberry has a good point about the Periscope. People liked it because it was super easy to use. That is so true.
Yeah, it was super easy to use.
The quality wasn't great, though. Would you agree with that, Donna?
The quality of the broadcast?
Yeah, like
the people broadcasting.
Whoa! Oh!
I'm just asking.
Column A, column B. All right, the real Donna, step forward. Here you go. You're safe to be yourself here.
Well, she's
I was
absolutely
just qualifying
correct.
your question.
That's good.
That's what you answered.
It wasn't where I was going, but it's very truthful. That's why it was powerful. I don't know. Do you think Happs will make it, Donna? I hope it does. I love this
I hope
platform.
so too. I just think of how great Periscope would have been if they would have had some of Hatt's features when they began. So I think I'm hopeful for that. But you never know; they could get bought out at any day, or just decide it's not working enough. I think they have a really good jump start with Periscope. They got lucky there, and I like all the people there. So it feels good being here. Um, I don't know, the energy, it feels right, so it feels like that's where I'm supposed to be. And I always wanted to have a platform where I could distribute my broadcast to every different outlet, to all the different platforms. And so now I have that, which I think is super awesome.
Do you know what's weird though? And maybe it's just me, but I find when I put it out to the other networks, I get some traction, but not the traction I used to get.
Yes.
Do you find that as well? How about you, Randy? Do you know what I mean by that? Like I put it out, but it's not the same traction I used to get. Maybe I just used to.
You have to focus and capture and stick with that audience on that platform. Multi-streaming keeps the stragglers watching that don't want to go elsewhere. But at the end of the day, some people are committed to YouTube or to Happs they like one type of medium.
Right.
Yeah.
And they just prefer to go with it, When the Periscope started going kind of like really Wild West.
I like that.
YouTube first, but the comments were so the latency is on purpose there for moderation, and then a lot of people didn't care for it. A few people stayed there. You have Judy and Ron and a good group of guys that are there, and they've been successful on YouTube. But I find I need that low latency instant response for me.
Can you explain that to people who don't have a clue what you're saying?
When I talk and you answer, I see your answer instantly. If there's latency, time I went to the next subject, your comment's coming in, so it's confusing.
That was really bad on here, guys, at the beginning. Like Randy and I would do a broadcast in the morning, and it'd be like 3 minutes later, and we've already gone on to another subject, and we're kind of doing like a puzzle, trying to figure out what they're talking about, or we think it's ridiculous, the answer, but it's not.
Yeah, Nazim, he says his wife is doing the Zoom. Yeah, you won't be able to do 2 video calls on your network unless you have excellent connection. Mine is that way. I can just do one broadcast on my network. If I add another one, it just shuts down.
You know what's funny is that we're having problems getting other people in the broadcast. Like I invited Martin. Martin can't get in. Nazim is popping in and out. It's weird. We still have your old network here. Randy's, whatever that was, his cell phone. But Donna, what are you right now? What's one of your goals that you have for social media? Do you mind talking about that?
Goals. It's very interesting. My goals for social media is that I want to do a little less. I want to do a little less, but I want it to be. But at the same time, I want to reach more people.
Yeah, I could hear Martin listening to Martin. We can. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, he popped in for a second.
Other people in the broadcast, like I invited Martin.
Oh, I hear the latency.
Yeah, Martin, you're gonna have to turn your stuff down a bit. We still have your old network here. Randy's, whatever that was, his cell phone. But Donna, what are you right now? There, I just muted him until he figures it out. Okay. All right.
He gave the thumbs up.
Are you in a loop or something? Don't bring you up. Yeah, don't. Okay. But we get this occasionally where I'll hear everything that was about 20 seconds ago, and it's usually because someone has the device on, or it's just not linking correctly. Martin, do you feel like you could say hello now? Yes? Okay. We'll bring you up. Hi, Martin. Did you get any sleep, sir? Can't hear you. Oh, there. Now we can. Did you get any sleep, sir? Can't hear you.
Had more sleep than I actually have. Hello, Randy, and our other participant today is, where's she gone? Donna. Hello, Donna, as well. And of course, hello, Michael Bathurst. Is it Bathurst? Bathurst? How do you like to pronounce your name?
Bathurst. Bathurst. Yes.
Good stuff.
Yes. Well, Randy got bounced out of the room for some reason. You're not blocking Randy, are you?
He's come back now, I can see. But no, this is the trouble with this platform. I hear you talking platforms while you're trying to bring Randy back.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, you know, I am very disappointed at how unstable the platform is. I mean, on a positive note, yeah, you know, this is going to be potentially awesome, as it is already, Happs, don't get me wrong. But it's just that the first mouse never caught the cheese, so to speak. And as I've repeated a few times on here, and this certainly isn't the first time that this has been tried and obviously very well tested. You know, and it's very, very, you know yourself when you're broadcasting,
Yes.
you're doing everything. You're keeping your eyes monitoring that internet connectivity, and it half the time doesn't even add up, does it? You know, it says to you it's a poor connection when often there's really nothing to worry about, so it causes unnecessary anxiety. And that's the key, I think, if you're not careful.
I love
you know,
that.
you're trying to focus on the content creation and
Yeah.
listen to a guest talking and effectively interviewing them, having a conversation and understanding what they're telling you. But half the time, I mean, particularly on mobile, I'm constantly looking out to see how long before the signal. I'm getting used to it just
Are we
dropping.
talking about Happs or Martin's first marriage?
Well, Randy, yeah.
Bye,
Thanks
Donna.
for reminding me to qualify. But yeah, I'm talking about
I
Happs.
know. I'm playing
But
with
of course, don't forget, you know, I mean, yourself, your mobile broadcasts are exceptional. I don't know whether it's also partly because the is it 5G you're on or 4G infrastructure there in Saudi Arabia? Seems to be pretty
I
good.
actually had to turn off the 5G and switch to 4G only.
Okay.
I found that 5G is bursting download and slow on the upload for me. You know what I mean? It's not a steady 5G, but it's coming in bursts.
Understand.
So when I have 5G on, I keep getting good signal, bad signal, good signal, bad. And then I turned 5G off and went only to 4G, and I became stable again.
It's ironic you say that, because I've said to people, I'd rather kind of, you know, we've spoken briefly about this bonding technology where you have more than one SIM card and the software or app brings together the signal from two internet connections and sort of makes a super duper one. I'd sooner have two 4G SIMs than just one 5G SIM, for an obvious reason, which is if one fails, at least you've got something to continue with on 4G. Whereas if you've just got one 5G SIM and it fails, it's failed. So
Yes,
yeah. Has Donna left us now?
Yeah, I think she's going back to her broadcast. I think she was. I think she just wanted to pop in and say hello, and I think she's going to go do one herself now. But
sure. Just while we're on this techie subject, slightly, you two guys, are you both familiar with Restream.io, the website?
No, I don't know what that is. Inform us. Do you know what that is, Randy?
Well,
I've heard of Restream.
So Restream is one of the first multicast platforms. It's basically the part of Apps which you know, is integrated already in Happs, which allows you to broadcast simultaneously to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, particularly as well, and in fact anywhere. It has the functionality to feed to wherever you want it to, whichever server.
But multi-stream, every app does that. From OBS, StreamYard to Streamlabs to Stream. You name it. It's all. They all have the ability to do it.
Now they do, but obviously
with the TOS on different applications, their terms of service don't allow it.
Yeah, but as a broadcast platform, for example, as a standalone broadcast platform, Periscope, while it could be one of your destinations to broadcast to from somewhere else, such as OBS you mentioned, you couldn't start a broadcast on the Periscope app and then have that simultaneously going out to other platforms. Not easily, anyway. But what Restream does,
right, not easily. Not easily.
Yeah. So what Restream does, it allows you to use something like, as you were saying, OBS, and you feed to Restream, and then it feeds out simultaneously to the other platforms. But they in recent months, they launched their broadcast studio, which is similar to Happs, and I've got to say it's pretty good, very good. Now I would use it. I was testing it out again only 24 hours ago, which is why I mention it. But the problem is you can't then use one of your platforms or choose one of your platforms as Happs. Do you see? So you can broadcast with something like Restream to Facebook and YouTube simultaneously, but you can't then say, I also want it to go to my Happs account. And that's what they said they're working on in around about 6 months here on
Yeah,
Happs.
there's a way to do it with the Happs. You turn on the live app, you mirror the channel on a presentation, but then you do get a little bit of a lag on the mouthwash, on the lips and the words. I experimented with it. You could do it, but you're right, it's a challenge.
It's
I
not
think
seamless. It's not
right.
seamless.
I think
Yeah.
Randy, what you're referring to there is effectively like a screen capture. It's like a false webcam scenario. You're using
Exactly.
using webcam. Yeah. So you can do that, but you shouldn't have to, and you can't too easily if you're mobile. And that's what I'm trying to bring to people in a much better way as well, is some sights and sounds in a mobile way. So yeah, work in progress. And as we know, Happs is beta.
So
Hello, Miss
Martin,
Josephine from the Philippines.
with the Happs, what are some of the things that you have enjoyed? Because I've noticed you're on here
the people, and
community.
you know what? You can be, and this is not to be disparaging in any way, but off the top of my head, there's an analogy. You could be in a mud hut in an African country and have the best time of your life without electricity and just with the right down-to-earth people and positive people. You can be in the best Western city, with all the mod cons and have the worst time ever. So it really is down to
I see where you're going. Okay,
it's down to the people that are around you, isn't it? And so but perhaps there are some great people out here and there and everywhere.
Yeah, the community is strong. I heard that you had Eric on your show. How did that go?
We'll be talking to Eric again in about 3 hours time. Yeah, Eric Happs.
Yes.
Yeah. He was just introducing himself in a roundabout way. There was no sort of structure to it, and that's what I'm trying to do as well with the broadcast that I'm involved in. Is certainly bring some structure, but also let people know in advance what we're going to be speaking about. Because often, as a user myself, I know how frustrating it can be. You join a broadcast and you're trying to work out what it's about, and often it could be about anything, depending on what the viewer and listener wants to contribute.
What was our broadcast about? I was with you and the fine gentleman in Japan. We're having a great time, but I had no
Jimmy,
idea.
Yeah.
Was there a subject?
Jimmy Heaven, my friend, I originally met him, you may recall, in Los Angeles over 11 years ago now, quite a number of years ago. He's relocated to Japan. So we want to bring some Japan to the West and inform people what is it like in and around Japan as a different culture, just like you do often, Randy, from your locations.
But he's a great guy. I think I didn't even. Is that what we were supposed to be talking about during the broadcast?
There was no agenda. That's the point.
Okay, I was just wondering because I had fun. I didn't know we had a subject.
It was brilliant. It was just that you were there, I was there, he was there, and we could talk about whatever we wanted to talk about. It was great.
Helen is saying, is that frustrating? Does it have to be about anything specific? So I think a lot of people just wing it. And you know what? Some of the best broadcasts I've had, like we had no agenda. I had no idea you were coming up today. I had no idea that Donna was coming up. I knew Randy was coming sooner or later, but
again, you see, there's two ways of looking at it, isn't there? This is a great type of broadcast. Absolutely, it's like phone-in radio. It always works. You open up phone lines. That's exactly what it's like. They can either call and comment on something that you've brought up as a topic, or they can just change tack, as I say, and change the topic. Something happened to someone today in a store. It was positive or negative, and they want to bring it to people's attention or have other people's view. And that's great. But also, obviously, as we well know, it's like television schedules have always worked. You have a list of what's coming up at a certain time, because we're busy people, never, more so than 2021. So it's nice to, in advance, if you do know specific things, particularly if you've got someone who's a specialist on a certain topic, as Happs are doing at the moment, aren't they? Scheduling in advance is always, it's a good way to give a certain type of person who is your audience the option to join on.
I'm going to give Randy a minute here to catch up on the comments. Go ahead, Randy.
Yes, hello. Hasnain says, virtual camera concept, back from the other conversation. Before I go, do you guys have an idea how many people are on Happs? I was telling him I'm estimating around 30,000. Shawi Seema, hello, good evening, and how are you today? Happy Friday. What's up, Seema? Nazim, this is better than Clubhouse. Hey, there you go. Myrna, hello from Texas. And Nazim, you're welcome. Seeking 17, waving, good morning. And I heard you said Helen. I don't see her comments. I think she still blocks me. But it's
Is
weird.
that Ellen Wallace?
Yeah, I can see her comments on my
Ellen
phone.
Wallace, the last comment I see from her says something about that's what YouTube is for. Live streaming is about interaction. I'm not sure what specific she was referring to there that was being said, possibly by myself. But what I would say as well is I find it difficult to accept YouTube as a social media platform. I don't know about yourselves. You know, it never was built for that. It's great that the interaction is there. It's essential that it's there to make it different from regular traditional television, or for that matter, radio broadcasts. But this is, I find, like, for example, now the irony is, if someone was watching this on YouTube, if that's where it's going on your channels, Michael, then YouTube would be a better quality potentially than where it's originating from on Happs. I've noticed, and also where are we? So yeah, so again, you've got Twitter. You know, is more newsy. I think we'll agree, and a bit more, well, we know, soundbitey in general. But that's definitely a social media platform to interact with people and have them agree or disagree with you or other people in the chat. And of course, Facebook as well, definitely social media. But YouTube, I think that's more also a lot of corporates, if they don't mind using a public general social media platform to broadcast, say, a conference on expo, that sort of thing. YouTube's great for that. But hey, things are always evolving, fluid and changing.
We have a question from Nazim about, can you play copyright music here? No. Any copyright music, if you do not have a DJ or radio license, is illegal. They may not enforce the law, but when they come for you, they will not lock the door. They will open it and say, take you as they need be. The reasoning is there's laws passed for different reasons. Now, if you're a radio DJ and you have a license with some company to play various music, it's all right. But for the individual to sit there and play your home album, this is not going to be that's not acceptable. Fraser's here. Good morning.
Yeah, I keep hearing bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boy, bad boy. That's what I'm hearing as you're doing that disclaimer. Martin, I'm so glad you got on. I have really, have wanted you to come on for a while. I guess, been lurking you, watching your broadcast, whatever you prefer, from time to time. And I love the fluidity of your shows. Anybody who doesn't know Martin Shine, please subscribe, support, do whatever you can do. Throw the man a few coins here and there. It doesn't hurt.
Thank you very much for reciprocating there, Michael. What I want to do as well is just throw this in. This is UK specific. I'll put a comment in there. And if anyone's interested in the ins and outs of music licensing, there are, as you can see now, specific licenses that you can apply for online, whether you've got a regular show, broadcast, or just a one-off, and it's far less than if you're broadcasting traditionally, again, on TV, and it's worth looking into to cover your back.
What kind of money? What kind of money, sir?
I don't think it's going to break the bank. I think we're looking at a maximum, on a good day, around about $1,000 per annum, for example, I think. I might even be far out with that, to overloaded that guesstimate.
Well, when you find out, tell us. When you find out,
I'll come back to you. But that's a really good comment by someone. I say, it comes up from time to time. But that's another reason why you want to, for example, if you are certainly a professional and you're broadcasting an event that is more corporate and not just as casual as these, shall we say, if it's going to have music in it, and if it's music focused, for example, putting that on Facebook, that's immediately going to be taken down within half an hour until the broadcaster says and clicks on the relevant buttons to say, I have the music license for that.
You mean within half a second? Half an hour is way too long. They get you.
YouTube's very quick like that. It depends on what music is you're using, Randy, but absolutely, particularly again if it's One example that isn't necessarily music they certainly had their eyes on recently was that UK ex-royals interview with Oprah, wasn't it? You couldn't find that anywhere on YouTube, the full version. No one could be posting that because it was shown as a full program. It was broadcast in the USA, and then around about 24 hours later it was then shown in the UK. But they really had a tight grip on the publication.
That's so true.
That
is so true.
Another thing is as well. So the point again, you got to choose your platform carefully if you are going to certainly be broadcasting music. And as you guys will probably be aware, there's plenty of music out there that doesn't have any copyright. It's free to use, and YouTube itself supplies it, doesn't it? As well,
and you also have to set your accounts for adult depending on your language content. So if you speak if you use cuss words, basically, you have to change your account to adult. If you keep your Facebook, YouTube, or other account as general audience, they will flag you. Within seconds, you have to keep it change it to adult, or they will definitely flag it. So, and even if you these things the hard way, I didn't even know. I didn't know that you weren't allowed to cuss on the internet. I thought that was crazy.
Randy, that's a good point. The settings, just briefly on that, I would say as well, particularly if you're interviewing someone or having a conversation with someone and you don't know what they're going to say, it's always best to choose that option because they may say something that isn't age appropriate for the young ones. Yeah.
So Martin,
go ahead.
Martin, what is your goal on social media? I've been asking everyone that today. What is your vision for the future? What is the message that you're trying to get out there? What is your brand? What you get kind of what I'm asking.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, for sure. And really, I wanted to help be a part of the vehicle for anyone out there that wants to let everyone know what they're doing. A lot of people can't do this. They, for whatever reason, they don't want to, or they can't just hit that broadcast button themselves and go live and build their own audience. So we're going to be here to help people do that. And there's a lot of businesses out there, for example, certainly small ones starting out, and they obviously need the exposure, event organizers, service providers, and they often say, and it is an excuse, I've done it myself in the past as well before I got to this point, I'm too busy trying to run my business or start my business to even worry about content creation and going live, even for 5 minutes a week. Well, if you say to them, well, you can just get on to, here it is, as you know, we've been trying to initiate Shinecast as a brand loosely. The other one specifically, if you don't mind me mentioning,
go for it. Yeah.
Is called Hello Goodbye. Now, hellogoodbye.live is the URL, and at the moment that just goes to a Facebook page because that will serve us great when we start. Hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, start actually populating that ongoing with regular talk. And so again, if someone owns a florist and they're too busy, give us a call, and then we will arrange that once a week for 20 minutes we'll have a chat. What's the latest that's new in your industry, and how's things going in your store, and then after the 20 minutes chat, they've got their content created and they don't even know, almost don't know it, and then they can post it on their various platforms, and we'll make, as I say, we'll make it very accessible to everyone.
So you using Happs and social media as a vehicle then to be warm, dry, fed, make some money. Nothing wrong with that.
Ultimately, yes, but also the point is as well. You see, I want people to know in general when I'm because it's about the know, like, and trust factor, which you kind of alluded to earlier on with one of your comments as well, I think, in this broadcast. So if people know that you're constantly talking to others who they're not, it's not going to just be wasting their time, there's some quality in the content, they're going to follow you, and then they're going to be interested in whoever it is your platform's speaking to at that time. And I hasten to add, I'm going to be pretty busy going forward, as we all are, so it might not necessarily be just my face and voice on our channels going forward.
I love that. I'm going to give Randy a second here before we go, because I don't like to have them go much more than an hour. Randy, can you just basically talk about people, in the sense of leaving Periscope, coming to Happs, maybe you being the person that they use as their ULR invite. Why don't you do that?
Yeah, if you're over, you've seen my broadcast coming across Periscope, YouTube, and other outlets. If you will use my invite link, you will get $25, and it'll help us both out. So if you'd like, my link is throughout different profiles from Twitter alone. Use my invite link, and it assists me. It also helps me in another type contest we're in, but I hadn't really looked at that. But just use the invite, and you help get you some money and myself. Is it a big amount? No, but what will $25 get you? Who knows? As you like. Anyway, Mr. Michael, thank you for having me on the broadcast. It's good to see you. I do need to talk to you in private in your green room, as we call it. So I'm just going to give my goodbye and let everyone know before you even ask it. I'm grateful to see Mr. Michael and Mr. Martin, as always. And
Thanks,
I want
Randy.
you to change your profile to your job as what are you grateful for? You know, when that someday, the other day, somebody was saying that, and it's her whole vibe. I need to introduce you to this lady. She's great. And
Yes.
her whole vibe is being grateful. And as soon as she said the word, I went, "Oh, Michael's here." I mean, I think you branded it. It's your brand now.
Well, that's nice. Thank you, buddy. So,
All right.
Martin, I don't know if you know how it works before we end the show. I ask you what you're grateful for. So I'm going to bring you up. You tell us what you're grateful for or not. You also have the choice of no.
I'm grateful for being here today on this day in 2021, speaking with yourselves, and it's not supposed to be cheesy that at all. You know, it's so easy just to say, but it really is good. You know, 3 people here, if you don't mind me saying, but we're focusing on the positive. The glass is always half full, and everyone out there needs to know that. And if you have any doubts, come speak to Michael, myself, or Randy. But yeah, and having the
Agreed.
opportunity. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, as we part, and as we always part, is there anything, sir, Martin, that you've got going on today that we can help you promote? Because you were talking that you're going to have Eric on, and we love Eric at this right here in this little platform, our little community. He's a big part of our community. So when you see him, basically tell him that we tried to promote his existence on the Happs planet. That would be awesome.
So yeah. Well, 3 hours approximately from now, which is, and we've got to remember the clocks have changed in the USA already, haven't they? They've already sprung.
That's correct.
Forward.
That is correct.
And so usually Eastern Standard Time, where Eric is based, certainly that would be 5 hours ahead of London, where I am right now. So at the moment, that's only 4 hours difference. So we'll be going live London time 2:30 p.m. today, which will be what, 10:30ish. Yeah, that's right, Eastern Standard Time.
I will try to have a look at that today.
Yeah, please do. As I say, I'll definitely be speaking with Jimmy Heaven, and I always get the questions. You know, he's generally got a bottle of some sort of alcoholic beverage.
All right, Michael, I'm sorry to interrupt. I have to run. You guys have a good day.
Thanks, Randy.
Bye, Randy.
Bye.
Look after yourself. Yeah, but people often have to be reminded that for Jimmy, his day is well and truly over. The time we start, it's about 11:30 p.m. and his weekend is well underway. So he's having just chilling out. He works on the computer over there in Japan, talking to people all over the world. His main sort of day job, if you like, is teaching people how to speak proper English.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
That's awesome. All right. You have a great day, sir.
Michael, thank you.
All right, everyone. So that was a very fun, unique show. We had so many guests on that one. Thank you, Donna, for being with us today. Thank you, Randy. I haven't had Randy on the show in quite a while. Nazim, I'm sorry it didn't work out, and I was honestly very pleased to finally have Martin shine on this morning. And if you can, folks, please support each other. Fraser, good to have you in the house. Thank you so much, Von Allen, for being here today. Hopefully in the future, we'll get together and do something in the near future. I would love to have you on the show, just you and I, sometime for maybe the first 10, 15 minutes and just talk about a bunch of different stuff. Colin, I was sad not to see you in the room today. sometimes it just works out that way. Certain guests come up, but we seem to always be able to fill that 1 hour slot or close to 1 hour. I would love it too, Vaughn. Are you still doing your show, by the way? If you are, shamelessly plug it in the comments there, and I'll try to repeat it. I'm not sure if you have a schedule line. I'm going to leave the broadcast with this. We must all suffer one of two things: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. I'm going to read it one more time. We must all suffer one of two things: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And that is Jim Rohn. If you don't like how things are, change it. You are not a tree. I think that one's hilarious. That's Jim Rohn. One more. If you don't like how things are, change it. You are not a tree. So listen, I love the roots that we've been making here on Happs. I love the connections that we're making. The community is growing each and every day. I pray that you have a wonderful weekend and a fabulous Friday. And please, whatever you do, choose to be kind to yourself and shine that inner light in the darkest places. God bless you, and may your heart and your mind be full of gratitude. And